And we are live. Hey, pretty papa, why you standing still? Well, you're much too young to be over the hill. Didn't your mama ever teach you something about how to shake, how to cut the rug? It's time to light a fire under your feet. I'm gonna show you something super sweet. Come on, baby, time to loosen up. It's only as hard as a hop, skip, and jump. When the band kicks in, you're gonna feel an itch, and then both feet are gonna start to twitch. Take my hand, hop on forward, skip around, jump back in that order. Put your arms around me, baby. 2, 10, 10 step Cajun maybe. Come on, honey, let's cheek to cheek. Come on, feel your heart move to my beat. Hop, skip, and jump, baby, it's a start. Dance your way right into my heart. Come on, baby, let me see you move, and I just might fall in love with you. Oh, the night is young and the band's just begun to play. Oh, and the road to love is only a hop, skip, and jump away. Oh, hop, skip, and jump, baby, it's a start. Dance your way right into my heart. Come on, baby, let me see you move, and I just might fall in love with you. Hop, skip, and jump, baby, it's a start. Dance your way right into my heart. Come on, baby, let me see you move, and I just might fall in love with you. Hop, skip, and jump, and we are hop, skip, and jumping right into this episode of Brunch with Deb, coming at you from eastern Massachusetts along an interstate highway. Well, that's what these affordable hotels are like. You might hear some hum in the background. I want to say hi to Michael Palmieri down there in Pennsylvania. Hey, dude, I'm in your time zone, which was weird. When I woke up at 11 today, I thought, I gotta do brunch, and I'm like, no, wait, I have to do it at 2 because of the time difference. I'm time zone addled. Anyway, I played a fantastic gig last night in Westford, Massachusetts with very funny Boston songwriter named Stan Linus, L-Y-N-E-S-S. Need to check out stanlinus.com. He's got just a list of songs. That's all his website is. But we heard songs like Mansplaining, and we heard songs about Please Let Me Go, which was about an ode to his bed, his bed not letting him go in the morning, and a lot of other funny stuff. Anyway, here's one of the songs I worked up. You guys have heard this before, but I feel like playing it again because you weren't there last night, but you're here right now on Brunch with Deb in the chain hotel. I drank so much wine last night, you know my tonsils are starting to flow. I swear someone must have held my nose and poured that stuff down my throat. Maybe it's the lack of sleep that makes me feel just like I'm dying. Maybe it was that old leftover pizza from last night, but I think it was the wine. Well, I've always been a pacifist, you know I'd run from a fight. I've never hit anybody with a 2x4. Well, until last night, oh, maybe my ascendant wasn't quite aligned in my right side. Maybe that old circus clown. Oh, maybe it was love, sweet love, that made me be so gosh darn blind. Oh well, maybe it was just lady lust, but I think it was the wine. Now my daddy, he says beer's alright, but that dirty wine ain't no good. It'll make you forget all the things you should and do the things you shouldn't. Well, last night I forgot my coat, I forgot my car. Got to get back to this hotel on time. Oops. Well, my husband thinks there's another man involved, but I think it was the wine. I think it was the wine by Corky Siegel and Jim Schwall of the Siegel-Schwall band from Chicago. Jim Schwall's passed on, but Corky Siegel is very active in his 80s. He's touring, playing his harmonica and the keyboards, and still out there as a blues man. It's pretty amazing. If you're just joining us, you are in the Brunch Room, which is Temperley Hotel in Eastern Massachusetts, with Deb Seymour. That's moi. I'm out here doing a quick lightning tour. It's great to be back on the East Coast again, even though it's only for about a week this year. Last year I was able to stay a whole month, and we'll see about next year. So hello, to give a shout in the chat if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Love to see you and who you are. Michael's made himself known. Well, here you go. All right. Here's another song about culpability and lack of accountability. What would we do without those dogs? Man's canine companion, his best friend. They love you, all love you, and when your world goes wrong, they'll never ever leave you, not day nor all night long now. Poochies are for petting and to keep your feet warm at night, to bark at bungling burglars, to wake you up at morning's light. But there's one more thing that we forget that faithful Fidos do. They'll bear the brunt of any stunt, even those they did not do. Blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, though you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. The papers, do you know, the one you meant to write, you had better things to do, like party half the night. So when it's time to turn it in, you simply smile and say, I'm sorry, teacher, it's out of reach. My dog ate my thumb drive yesterday. And you've been up all night and taking flight in deep debauchery. Those loving oohs and ahs that kept you up till way past 3. You stumble into work 3 hours late, but yet, I'm so sorry I'm late, boss, but my dog got sick. I was all night at the vet. What a vet. Blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, though you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. You had to eat that plate of beans and wash it down with beer. You ate with no restraint and no regard for who is near. And when at last it comes to pass in one great greasy fog, well, it's true, you know what to do. Blame it on the dog. Oh, Fido, bad dog. I wouldn't make him smell like that. Blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, though you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. Oh, blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, though you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. That's problems on the dog, best to involve him. Blame all your problems on the... Our friend the dog. You can always blame everything on the dog. I want to say a shout out to Jack Plum out there in Illinois. And Jack, for once, I'm broadcasting from east of you in Massachusetts, hence the hotel room. If you're just joining, you're at Brunch with Deb with moi, Deb Seymour, your host, entertainer, and tech person. Let me know if the volume is too high or too low. I'll do what I can, and that is the Interstate. Woo, going by. I can hear it, you probably hear it. That's a motorcycle going by. Well, that's what happens when you're next to an interstate. This song is about getting stuck and getting unstuck. Life was cruising on easy street until your wheel of fortune got stuck. You thought it was just a glitch, a hitch in your good luck. But then down came the avalanche and all the pain that follows. The next thing you know, they've laid you low, deep down in the wallows. Well, who said life was supposed to be fair? God laughs every time you plan. You had your future all mapped out, the lines drawn spick and span. But times got tough, they coiled you up like a snake before it swallows. And the cruel, cruel joke is you've begun to choke, face down in the wallows. Well, welcome, bud, to the tar and mud. Well, I suppose it all seems grim, being stuck in the holy muck. Or maybe you'd best learn to swim. But all your fears are muscled up and flexing like Apollos. So you acquiesce to your own distress deep down in the wallows. Depression and discomfort, they're now your closest friends. That melancholy baby has got you up on end. But misery loves your company, you're now flesh and bone. When you're in the wallows, baby, you're never quite alone. So welcome, bud, to the tar and mud. So I suppose it all seems grim, being stuck in the holy muck. Or maybe you'd best learn to swim. But when you think about the journey out, some part of you just hollows. Oh, you feel so small that you toss it all into the mercy of the wallows. Addictive, they're primed to keep you pinned. The could haves and the should haves leave you twisting in the wind. The faith leaves a golden thread in the darkest pit. It's your call to rise or fall. What will you make of it? So welcome, friend, into the bitter end. Tell me, what's it gonna be? Will you walk that first hard mile or drown in misery? It's the same for everyone, everywhere, from Seattle to Sao Paulo. No soul's alive too big to dive into the deep end of the wallows. No soul's alive too big to dive into the deep That song is called The Wallows, and it's a co-write with me and my good friend from Vancouver, Washington, Todd Lawrence. Stage name is Milo Binder. You can find Milo Binder on Spotify and the internet as opposed to Todd. And look, we've got Howling Hobbit. Hobbit. This is Howling Hobbit tuning in from Michigan. Hey, Hobbit, for once I'm east of you because I'm in Massachusetts this week. Oh, you funny man. Also, hey, Mark a Bear. Mark a Bear. I'm going to say, aren't you sick of me? You saw me all night for 2 hours last night. Anyway, it was thank you again, Mark Bear, and the Parish Center for the Arts for having me and Stan perform at your lovely venue in Western Massachusetts. Cute little town. I love these New England towns. They're so cute. I actually went back to Western for breakfast this morning with Ronnie. I'm glad the volume's good because it's reading on my meters. It's just a little bit into the yellow, but not too far. Well, since I'm on an airplane trip, but I'm also doing a lot of driving around between here, headed to Vermont tomorrow for a few days to visit some friends. And this is one of my travel songs, but it's not about me because it involves a man, a pickup truck, and a chicken. What could go wrong? Well, I'm a chicken in an engine and I don't know what to do. The road's going by at 55 and I don't know how I'm still alive. And cruising in this engine's not quite what I meant to do. I was only trying to run away from the man and from the coop. It was a cold winter's day, but we chickens got outside, cluckety-clucking, really trucking, having a real good time. When the man rushed from his cabin, saying, "You chickens back inside." That's when we all decided it'd be much more fun to hide. So some of us hid behind the good pile, others behind the sheds. But I was much more clever, oh yes, I used my head. I saw the man's old chicken pickup truck, standing in the drive. And so I scooted on over, I climbed right up inside, and I'm a chicken in an engine, and I think I'm really cool. The man will never look in here, I'll play him for the very fool. I've here for a while, oh, I think it will be swell. And when I sneak back home tonight, you know I had a tale to tell. Well, I heard the others walking as he put them in the coop. I heard the man go walking, sure I had him duped. Ha ha, oh, you silly man, you're never ever gonna find me. How the heck was I to know he'd come back outside with his ignition key? And I'm a chicken in an engine, and now I'm really scared. Oh, the gun turned the motor on, and parts are moving everywhere. He's leaving from the barnyard, he's throwing me for a loop. One false move inside this place, and I'll be chicken soup. And there's a piston here and a piston there, it's got me in a pinch. But with the crankshaft turning and the sparks will spark, and I don't dare move an inch. He's starting to accelerate, it makes my feathers dance. The only way to combat the shock's to fall into a chicken trance. We sped on down to town, and somehow by the gift of grace, I was still in one whole piece. So when we got to the Goodyear place, they hoisted up the truck for tires. I looked, and what did I see but two astonished Goodyear guys staring right back up at me. Yo, Mac, there's a chicken in this engine. What the heck is it trying to do? Is it trying to become fricassee? Or just chicken stew? But this fryer's still alive, it seems, though scared to death, that's true. Looks to me like it's got a case of the chicken cardon blues. Well, the moral of my story is I live to tell you chicks, don't hide under engine hoods, you'll just get in a real fix. Not only will you get a rise, you'll chicken pardon blues. Oh yeah, I said the chicken pardon blues. That's called I'm a Chicken in an Engine. And that's a true story that happened to my poor friend Robert Granite, who was having trouble keeping his chickens. Hey, Stan the man is here. Hey, oh boy, the Stowaway Chicken Song. Stan Linus. That was my partner in comedy crime last night at the Parish Center for the Arts in Westford, Massachusetts. Stan, I gotta let you know that the first song in my head waking up today was Bed Don't Let Me Go, like your song, and I definitely want to cover that. It's very funny. Oh, you wrote a very funny song about having trouble waking up in the morning. Jack says that was one lucky chicken, and Jack, you are so right. The chicken actually lived because it was those old 19... You remember the days when the engine compartments were really large, but the engines were small, and you had a big tire well? So apparently this chicken rode around all day in the tire well and wasn't even singed. It was just in shock. Comedy crime. I think we may have committed some comedy crimes last night, Stan. I'm glad you're here this morning. I thought you'd be tired of me. Oh. Well, I'm going to do a cover song just because every time I travel, I want to sing this song, and I don't know why. But it's fun to sing, and of course, you all know it very well. And we're nowhere near that famous town in Arizona, but hey, we'll just pretend we're driving that direction today. I'm a-running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Lighten up, well you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy. I'm a standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I wanna know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose or we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. So take it easy. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. She's so hard to find. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. We may lose or we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. So take it easy. Do everybody easy. Gonna take it easy. at the sound of your own wheels. Stan, you're cracking me up. Yes, except not that bed. It's the other bed. There's one of those hotel rooms with 2 queen beds. I'm not showing you the messy bed. Are you crazy? That's the one I didn't sleep in. But yes, much better night's sleep here than we had some drama at Airbnb. I was checked into. The bed mattress was horrible, and it was a comedy. It was a bit of a comedy errors getting out east. Hobbit says at one point in his life he stood on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, in your checkered life, but there was no girl. Well, you know what, Hobbit? Same thing happened to me. I've stood on that corner in Winslow, Arizona, and all there is a statue, and not much else. Yeah, I know. How Winslow, Arizona? They've gotten a lot of juice out of that song. Absolutely a lot of juice. Oh. I'll sing a pretty one, then I'll wind up with another funny one. Thanks for tuning in today to Brunch with Deb. Those who care to support the music I make and keep me going, tips are right here at PayPal, Venmo, and if you want to just use plain old credit cards because you don't have a PayPal or Venmo account, because I know they can be squirrely, you can just give a straight credit card to, right there is. I always have to point at the graphic. It's over here. Click on my head. That'll get me some money. I do appreciate your support. Your dollars help keep the tunes going. This is about another kind of journey. This is about the journey of falling into love. This is called Girders of Steel. Girders of Steel, thank you so much. Thanks again for tuning into Brunch with Deb. We'll be here same brunch time, same brunch channel. Probably broadcasting from a friend's house next Sunday here in Massachusetts. I'm doing a mix of staying with friends and staying in hotels just because that's how I am. Oh, thank you, Mark Bear. Thank you so much. Little love song. Here's another love song to close out the show today before I bid you adieu and go take a little nap and then go meet a friend for dinner in Concord where we're going to go look at that famous bridge. You know, the shot heard around the world and that bridged the floods. But for now, I leave you with another little love song and a travel song all in one. Because as I like to say, when the going gets rough in the romance department, the tough go to outer space. The lovers of today are silly. How they bore me willy-nilly. Well, their idea of having fun is watching TV all day long. They do not croon a passionate song and only grunt at me when done. When I think of human men today, I simply want a better place to stay. They say there's life beyond the stars. If there is, I'll go that far. Ride a rocket out to space and forget the human race. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, oh, together we could have such fun. Or we could fly his spaceship around the sun and maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, if the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one. Oh, I know I'd like the Martian scene, where I could be a has-not, has-been. I paint my skin a dazzling green, wear a gown of laser beams, dance the night away it seems, with my man of Martian wings. Oh yes, me and my man Martian could do such feats of exploration. Yes, holding tight it is a must when the retro rockets thrust. Cosmic movement's such a plus. Force was made alone for us. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, oh, together we could have such fun. We could fly his spaceship around the sun and maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, if the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one. Chair tango. So I'm off to implement my scheme. Go and find my Martian man of dreams. I'll get my spacesuit all spruce up. If he asks me out to sup, I'll have to think of nothing but just how I'll say that happy yup. And as we cruise above the stratosphere, on our way to outer atmosphere, you know that I won't shed a tear. I will not have any fear, 'cause I'll go so very far. Ta-ta, I'll see you in the stars. Full speed ahead, Scotty. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, all together we could have such fun. We could fly his spaceship around the sun and maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, if the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one. Phasers set to stun. There goes my spaceship now. Realizing that wall is kind of green right behind me, maybe that's where it's parked. We'll see you out in the atmosphere, stratosphere, outer sphere. The Martian Tango love song, ladies and gentlemen, which I think I sang last week, but hey, there goes a Martian on a motorcycle. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Deb Seymour, broadcasting from Eastern Massachusetts, and we'll see you next week. I hope you all have a good week. It's beautiful weather out here if you're on the East Coast, at least in this part, upper East Massachusetts. It's beautiful, lovely. If it's, well, I don't know what it's doing everywhere else, but wherever it is, make it a nice day, even if it's raining outside, because the power is within you. And as I always say, remember to tell the people you love them sooner rather than later, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Roll with it and have a great time. You're welcome, Mark. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, hey, Amanda, my sister-in-law has popped on. Hi, sis. Nice to see you here in the chat. I'm tuning off, and I'm going to take a little nap and then go meet a friend in Concord for lunch and look at that famous bridge where the shot heard around the world was fired. My ancestors might have been on that bridge. There were some of them living here at that time. Bye.